In this video, we're going to learn how to fetch the data from the database which we just stored. So let's get back to our previous script, and as you can see, we had a lot of work over here. Let me remove the line breaks so we can have some spaces. So here we will gonna write our query to fetch the data and display it on our page. So to write the query for fetch, we say select, and then we provide the column name that we want to select. We can either write ID, name, age, description, and so on, or we can simply say static, which means all of them. And then now we will gonna write the name of the table, which is animals. Select all from animals. Now we're gonna run this query. You can simply copy this, paste it over here. We will gonna check if there is any record into our animal table. So for that, MySql class provide a function, or you can say property, rows, which is number of rows. So we can wrap this with the if condition. If this number of rows is greater than 0, because if no record found, it will gonna return as 0. And if there is any record like 1, 5,000, it will gonna return that number. So if this number is greater than 0, then we are assured that we have a data stored in this table. Then what we can do, we can simply grab that data using a while loop. We can say while until, and we will gonna assign this to a variable. We will gonna say result and fetch. This is again one of a function. And now there are multiple ways you can fetch the data from database using this MySqli class. There are several ways: object based, array based, associative array based. We're gonna use object, and then we can simply access each of the record using a raw variable. Let me show you. We will gonna say first here we will gonna create a table, and then we will gonna provide the t head, and there will be a raw start. Column name would be id th. Just give me a second, so I will gonna make a structure properly so you will be able to understand it properly. Name, age, description. Now let me add some spaces and line breaks so you can understand it. Now things are making sense to you, aren't they? We're gonna copy this. After the while, we will gonna close it, the table, and before table we have to close our body. This will be the structure of our table if there is a record exists. And inside the while we will have a structure echo tr. We will, every time there is a record, because this loop will gonna fetch a data record by record, raw by raw. So whenever we have a data, we will gonna open our table tr and then close it. And inside that we will gonna have a 4 1 2 3 4 dd table column. And by the way, it is not 3 or 4, it is 5. It is created at, now we will gonna say td table data we say, but it is actually a column. And to make it simple, we can also concatenate here as well. And in between we will gonna say raw. As we are fetching it as an object, we can say arrow id. Then again I will gonna copy all this thing, and we're gonna say name. We have to follow this sequence as we write here, then age, then description, then created at. So if I save here and refresh, numbers, 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry. So the query is wrong because it is the keyword we are missing from. So select all from the table name. Now if we run it, undefined property MySQL result fetch object. It is a function. I am again sorry. Forget the round brackets. Now you can see the table is here with the data. Let me add some BRs so you can see it properly. And for the table, border 1, save it, and there you go. You see both of the table records are here. Let's add some more. Memo, age is 1, this is a cat, submit, rock, age 4, this is bear. Now we have all the 4 records. So this is about how to fetch the data. Now if you wanted to use the data in associative array or a simple array, let me show you how it will gonna look. Right now, if I come in this and simply gonna say echo, we're gonna use pre-tag of HTML, which is to provide a better structure for our dumping data. And if I say print r and provide a raw, save it, come back, refresh. As you can see, it is providing us a data into a object, std class object. It is an object. Now if I come here and change this from object to assoc, which is associative array, and come back, refresh. Now as you can see, it has turned into an array with key as a column name and its value like name, Jeff, age 2, and so on. Now if we say array and save it, refresh here, it is providing us both column name and the values separately with the different keys. The first, it is providing the value of the column, and then the ID of the column with the value of the column. So these are the 3 ways you can use to fetch the data. The most common one is fetch assoc, but I like the object base. Now I will gonna show you how to order the table and how to order your data as per your need. Like if I come here, I add some changes on the table. Now if I refresh, you can see that our data is right now by default, because MySQL always have a by default order by, which is order by the primary column, which is ID. So if we wanted to order alphabetically, we can do that. If you wanted to do by age and everything, you can do it. So let's look into that. If we wanted to do order, we have to say order by, and then the name of the column. This time we are trying with name, order by, and then we have to define whether we want to go with ascending order or descending order. So right now we will gonna go with ascending, which is ASC, and you can write as capital words ASC. If I save it, come back, refresh. Okay, 1 second. I have to remove this, uncomment this, and change this from assoc to object. Save it, come back, refresh. Now you can say we are no longer retrieving order by ID, but we are retrieving order by name, which is G, then F, M, and S. If we say DESC, which is descending, it will gonna go upside down. You see Simba is all the way up now and Gummy is down. We can change it to age as well, and now you can see 8 is all the way up because we are using descending order. If we say ASC ascending, it will be 1 2 5 8. You can do that for create date as well. Like if you wanted to fetch the data which is the newest one, you can do created at and DESC. Now you can see the Gummy is the latest one, the newest one, and Jav was the oldest one. So this is how you do the fetching for order by. And there is also one thing, if you wanted to fetch only 2 records, you can do it using a limit keyword. We will gonna say start from 0 and fetch 2 records. Save it, come back and refresh. Now you can see, because just like array, MySQL also start with 0. So 1 and 2 is here. You can set start from 2 and fetch 2. Now you can see last two are coming, which is Simba and Jeff. This is the start, and this is how many number of records you wanna fetch. If we will gonna say fetch 3 records, save it, come back, refresh, it will gonna show 2 because we starting from 2. If we start from 0, because we only have 4 records, now 3 are showing. So this is from where to start. Right now it is starting from 0. Let me do it by ID so you can understand it. ASC. Now it is saying start from 0 and go all the way and fetch 3. You can see 1, 2, 3 is coming. If I say start from 2 and fetch only 2 records, this time it will gonna show 3 and 4. So this is about limit. If you don't want to set any limit, you can remove it, and you can see this, all of them are coming. What if you want to fetch only a specific record? For that, you have to use where clause. Where and then the name of the column. Where age is equals to 4. Save it. We don't have any record because there is no 4. Let's try with 5. Save it. There you go, 5 is here. We can also say like select all where age is greater equals to 4. All the ages which are greater or equals to 4. Now you can see Simba and Gummy is coming. We can also do it less than equals to 4, which would be Jeff and Memo. So you can play with this. It is exactly like a if condition. So you are putting the condition into the query. There is other thing as well, but this is the basic. You can add multiple conditions just like if. You can use and, you can use or, you can use not. But for not, MySQL use this symbol. So if you wanted to do age not equals to 5, so all of them are coming, but the age of Simba was 5, so it is not coming. So this is about the fetching. Take care for now. Bye bye.